Hey guys, how's it going? So, the ingredient for success. Now, I would like to define what success is, then I'll go into the details. Now, this definition of success is based on Vedic astrological context. Okay, now, success, if you look at the Vedic astrology chart, it encapsulates one thing success in the spiritual life. Yes, spiritual life. That's what the chart is used for. Okay, to see the transmigration of your soul. Where does your soul gearing up to? What is your soul trying to do? Right? Essentially, it needs to be mature. End of the day, it needs to have its certain goal. It needs to attain certain goals. Right? The primary goal for the soul is to attain salvation, moksha, mukti. Okay, it needs to emancipate. The soul needs to emancipate and reach to the Parabrahma, to the all-pervading, all omnipresent being. Okay, we call it God. We call it many names, but that's the thing, right? Our individual Atman should reach the more central repository of all the souls connected. That is the very essence of the chart itself. That's what the chart is trying to do. It's trying to say, okay, what you must do in order for your soul to be, to attain salvation. Okay, but then that idea has been sort of, over the ravages of time, it has slowly diminished. Now the chart is only used for pecuniary interest. Anything to do with money is what the chart is used for. So, but the very essence is that's what when it says success, that's what it means in Vedic astrology. Now, of course, to talk about that, to really do that, if you're interested in the spiritual path, then yes, that is something I can talk about in another video, right? What you can do in order for you to be on the spiritual path, right? Now, this video is on the basis of the material success. Okay, what you need to do in order for you to be successful, successful in the area of the material, like day-to-day thing, right? Your job, your business, your children, whatever, right? So what is that ingredient? Essentially, that's what 99.99% of the world is looking for, right? Nobody really cares and bothers about spirituality, only very small portion. This is where the Atmakaraka comes in. Atmakaraka beautifully balances, it strikes the balance between the material world and the spiritual world. Okay, so let's not talk about that. To be successful in the material world, what do you really need? All right, the prime determinant is Venus. Okay, Venus is the dopamine factor. Okay, Venus. If you look at dopamine, right, the one that gives you ecstasy and happiness and the enthusiasm to do things, right, is dopamine, right? So the dopamine is connected. Actually, if you look at it, dopamine does one thing particularly. It increases your desire. It increases your desire to a higher level where you would naturally do things without really thinking about difficulties and impediments which are coming, obstacles and all that. You will just keep on doing it regardless of whatever is coming in front of you. The desire is so strong, right? If somebody needs to eat something, for example, right, and they are craving for that food, all right, so chocolate ice cream, for example, probably a bad example, but say chocolate ice cream, and they are, they can't get it for some reasons, right? So, and they're craving for it, and this is where desire kicks in. He says, yeah, you need to eat, whatever you do, call Uber or whatever, right? Get the thing done. So desire is essentially the dopamine, the factor of dopamine, right? Desire. So which graha is involved here is Venus. The Venus is the personification of desire, right? So there are some technicalities here, right? So if you look at the ingredient, the determinant here is Venus, right? So look at where Venus is positioned in your charts. Okay, that look where means the Rasi, what zodiac sign it is in, what Rasi it is in, and then that will give you what exactly is that you desire. Now, most of us, although it may be silly, but then it is true. I have clients, and I myself some time ago, I had no idea what exactly that is that I want to desire. What is the thing that I really want to have? This is not This is not about your career, your profession and all that. That is one part of a desire. A desire encapsulates what you really want in life, essentially. All right. So that is something that I was struggling. In fact, those are one of the reasons why I went into Vedic astrology, because seeking for these answers. So again, Venus will show you what is that desire, what is that greatness that you are that you are sort of entitled, right? What you're entitled for. And when you find that greatness, you will find success, because you love to do that. You love to do. When you love to do that, naturally, everything will start to fall into places. Money, it goes without saying, money will come to you, right? Money in abundance will come to you, because that's what you really like to do. Okay, so understand this. Where Venus is positioned, look at the Rasi. That will give you an indication. The Rasi and the what do you call it? The nakshatra of the Nara Rasi and the pada of it will show you what is that thing that you are entitled for, that greatness that you're entitled for. Okay, so now that you know, how do you attain that? Okay, this is where the subcategory comes in, which is Mars and the 10th lord. Okay, so remember, the prime determinant is Venus. Okay, Venus it shows you what is the thing, what is the thing that will bring you success. Mars is, of course, Mars is all about tenacity, right? With just desire, things won't happen. You need to move towards it. So look at where Mars is, okay? And then you count the number of houses from Mars to Venus. Okay, from Mars to Venus, how many houses? Let's say if it takes from Mars to Venus 5 houses, for example. Okay, the distance from Mars to Venus is 5 houses apart. That means the fifth house represents so many things, but one of it is formal education. Okay, so then by going to formal education, by learning things, by improving my knowledge, I can attain this success, this greatness, which is and which I'm entitled for. That is just one example. You can really go into details on what exactly you need to do. This is where Mars comes in, and together with Mars is your 10th lord. The 10th lord also shows what is the karma. Karma means outward action, kriya is inward. So what is your karma that you need to do in order for you to also achieve that greatness, right? So the 10th lord to Venus, how many houses does it take? And then you can say if it takes 6 houses, 6 is your day-to-day responsibility, then okay, I need to perform my day-to-day responsibility. What day-to-day responsibility? That is something you need to look at your charts for details. Okay, you can go really up to granular level to find what that you need to do in order for you to find success. Okay, I'm the lucky one because I chose Vedic astrology, something which is that I might have my interest, and in my charts it happens to be Vedic astrology and occult science, so I'm pretty lucky in that sense. So you can also check this. Remember, Venus is the prime determinant, which will show what you're entitled for greatness, that which will give you success in all, some just not money, right? It's wealth. To have that, you need to look at your Mars, where your position is, the number of houses from Mars to Venus, the 10th lord from there to Venus, how many houses, and these are the things will give you the avenues on what you need to do in order for you to attain success. So this is just a tip of the iceberg. Okay, there's just so many things I've already talked about, but my videos are straight to the point and short and simple. So if you have any questions, please leave it in the comment section. So please share, subscribe and like, and take care guys. Namaste.